And right when that happened, I looked at Rose like, Rosie, Rosie, Rosie. And I tapped her like, Rosie, Rosie. And I can't hear myself say shit. And I go, oh my God, I'm having a fucking stroke. That's what I thought, like, I overdosed. Am I the first motherfucker to overdose on weed? Hey, what's up everybody? Dope as Yola here. Hope you're having a dope ass day. Welcome back to the channel or site. I still haven't figured out how I'm gonna switch that intro up, guys, because these are not just for YouTube anymore, they're for the website. So I don't know how to say it right yet, so just give me some time. All right, guys, this is one of the last story times of season 2. Think about that right now. It's December. Next year is season 3 of story time. I got about 5 story times I wrote out in my journal that I want to do soon. But the other day I was talking to my friend and I brought up the story. I completely forgot about this story. And then I remembered I already did a story time on it. It's called Too Many Edibles. I did it with OG, one of the only story times I've ever done with another person. But I think that was 2 years ago. I was filming with some fucking asshole. It looked like shit. It sounded like shit. The background was a green screen. It was kind of fucked up. The sound wasn't there. Like the quality wasn't there. So I want to do it again. And before you think, oh, you're running out of stories, you're over here retelling stories. Nah, motherfucker. I left out about 60% of that story. In that old story time, I talk about this, but I didn't say everything that happened. I didn't say everything that happened mainly because some shit happened that day and I felt kind of weird about talking about it. But it's been a long time. I can't even remember the man's name, so I'm gonna just say fuck it. So guys, this is edible story, basically number 2. So I have this story ready to go. I'm gonna tell you guys everything. And in about 15 minutes before we started filming this shit, I said, you know what? I'm gonna tell 2 stories. Fuck it. I have 2 times that it got real bad on edibles. But before we start that, guys, this right here is medicated lemonade. My homie 1. You guys have heard me talk about DNG medicated. Story number 1 is directly attributed to this motherfucker right here. There's 150 milligrams of THC RSO, so I'm just gonna say now, yeah, they're fucking strong. And no, I'm not the type of motherfucker to sip shit. And just a little teaser, guys. I just met up with True OG 30 minutes before this video. What's in the Bag is being filmed this weekend. The video after this story time is What's in the Bag. I am fucking excited, guys. What's in the Bag is coming, and it's the first time you can actually smoke the weed that I'm smoking. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, story number 1, let's get right into it. This was 2014. I was going to one of the first events I've ever hosted. And when I say hosted, they put my name on the thing saying hosted by Dope as Yola. I didn't do shit. This is before I ever talked on camera. I was fucking frightened of the stage. I didn't want to get on stage. I ended up going on the side of the stage for like an hour, not getting on stage because I didn't want to. Now, I don't give a fuck. I'll go up there and talk for 3 hours. I don't give a shit. Now it's different. Anyway, I get there. It's all cool. We're smoking. Chill. Goodies by Magooch is an edible company. They make medicated empanadas, medicated Mexican food. And when I say medicated, I mean it's heavily dosed. My friend DNG medicated. You just saw me chug the lemonade. He had lemonade, but this is back when I was still eating meat and shit. He used to make medicated hot wings. If you know anybody that's ever been to a cannabis event, ask them about the medicated hot wings to do with the long ass dreads. I guarantee you they remember that motherfucker. Those wings were bomb, but they would fuck you up. He really makes his batches strong and they would fuck a 10 piece, you're done. So I'm at the event, everything's going good. We're smoking weed. I rolled a fucking like 2-ounce joint. We're smoking it, all good. I invited my homie Dizzy Wright. You guys might know him, the rapper. I invited him to come through. It's one of the first events he ever went to. I'm like, yo, come down. We'll smoke weed. It's gonna be sick. He ended up bringing Hobson. I didn't know Hobson at the time. I didn't know Hobson doesn't like smoking weed. I kept passing him shit. He's like, no. Who is this man that came to the weed event but doesn't want the weed? That's all I kept thinking. Now that I know, that motherfucker doesn't smoke weed. That's all. It's totally cool. I just didn't know at the time. When I tell you they lost their shit when they said medicated hot wings, they lost. And this is before Dizzy stopped eating meat too. Anyway, you guys know the number 1 rule. Don't eat edibles on an empty stomach unless you want your day to suck. So guys, I got to the event about 1 o'clock. It's pushing 6 o'clock. The event's over at 9. 25, maybe 30 wings deep, maybe 6 to 8 lemonades deep, a plate of brownies and Rice Krispies treats, about 6 empanadas. Like, I ate like a piece of shit and I know it's all medicated, but I'm like, I'll be fine, it's good. There came a point in that day that I don't remember anything. You guys know when you get really blackout drunk and you wake up and you can only remember flashes and you think, was that a dream or was that real? That's exactly what the fuck happened to me. Oh, and I ate a huge piece of medicated cake. That's what it was. It was like 2,000 milligrams medicated cake. And then this fucking dude from Arizona came up and gave me a 5,000 milligram slushie. I went, oh, bro, thanks, 5,000. He goes, bro, it's 5,000 for real. I already drank one. I'm fucked up. He was a fan, so he came up and gave it to me. I wasn't gonna go, oh, I'm good. But he handed it to me, and I'm like, oh, I took a drink. I'm like, thanks, man. He turned around. As soon as he got out of sight, I fucking put it in the trash. I wasn't about to drink no fucking mystery liquid. Motherfucker could have spit it. He could have put his dick in it. I don't know what the fuck that was. Anyway, 5,000 milligrams of one Slurpee. I was not fucking down after I ate all that shit. We get to the parking lot, and I remember telling Rosie, you have to drive. I'm fucking passing out. Remember, I don't live in LA yet, so I'm trying to make the most of my time. Even though I'm fucked up, all my friends are like, yo, let's go get food. So this is the first time I ever went to Tender Greens. If you guys know me, Tender Greens is one of my favorite spots to go to. First time I ever heard about it, first time ever. So I'm there with fucking Ghost Grow, a bunch of other big ass growers. Dudes that all follow me, I follow them first time we ever met. I'm with Better TM, Johnny. I'm with motherfuckers that are doing cross-country international grows. So it's me and Rosie. We're all at the dinner table, guys. It's first impression. This is the first impression. And these guys end up being some of my really good friends. But first impression, this is what happened. I'm ordering my food. I remember drinking some like lemonade, not medicated lemonade, just drinking lemonade. I open my eyes. Almost everybody's done with their food. I blacked the fuck out, neck up, passed out at the table. Rosie said she tried to wake me up a few times. I went, oh yeah. Asleep in public. This is before COVID, bro. There was a packed restaurant. I was in a packed restaurant, neck up, mouth open. That's how fucked up I was. I felt so fucking stupid, but at the same time, what a good day. Okay guys, story number 2. Now this is where I was talking about earlier how you might have heard this. But like I said, I left out a lot of stuff, mainly because it was the first time I was really doing story times and maybe I don't want to talk about certain things yet. As I got more comfortable with the camera, that was one of the first times I did it. As I got more comfortable with the camera, I started like, you know what, I'll say some embarrassing shit. You know what, I'll tell everybody this. And that's where I started getting to like fist fights, getting punked at school. All that crazy ass stories is because I finally felt more comfortable to tell people shit. So if you're sitting back and you're at home like, yo, do I have enough time to spark this? You got enough time to spark it. This is a long ass story. I'm gonna go into detail. This was one of the worst days of my fucking life, but at the same time, you would have never known if you were just looking at me. But internally, I was fucking losing it, guys. I was so fucking embarrassed. Okay, ready? Go. I'm in Merced. I don't live in LA yet. One thing about me, if you know me personally, I fucking despise being late. I hate being late to anything. I just feel like a fucking idiot being late to some shit I knew what time I had to be there. Merced to LA is 4 hours. Cool, right? But it's 4 hours. I still gotta set up. What about gas? Going to the bathroom, getting food. Like, I'm gonna be fucking late to this event. All day I'm stressing. I'm literally smashing fast as I possibly can down. I get gas, get back in the car. Get gas, get back in the car. One of those trips, you know, when you're like, fuck, hurry up, get up, go to the bathroom. You gotta go to the bathroom. That's how I felt. So we get there, I'm carrying all my boxes in one trip because I'm like, no, I am not making multiple trips. Motherfuckers are probably standing in front of my booth knowing it's Push Tree's booth. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are there trying to buy our clothes and like, you guys aren't even set up. Remember I said I was in a hurry. I didn't eat, I didn't do anything. I was just smashing as fast as I could. So me and Rosie are just setting everything up because remember, when we do the booths, Rosie and I do everything. We're selling the clothes, we're going through the clothes, we take the money, we do the pictures, we take pictures of everybody. It's a fucking stressful time. It's fun, but it is stressful because I hate motherfuckers just sitting there staring at me like, you don't look organized. Like, I know I'm not organized. When I pulled that shirt and moved the stack and now the smalls are on the bottom, I only got a little car. I didn't get a truck. Back then, guys, I was just trying to make it work. I was not organized like I am now. My homie next to me was selling Shatter. I knew him. He's the one that got me the booth. He's selling Shatter. Here's my booth. Here's his booth, touching mine. And here's another booth, like we're all connected in one big like canopy, but we have sections, you know what I'm saying? This table's mine, that table's his. You know what I mean? You've been to a cannabis cup. So I got all my clothes, all my shit laid out. My homie's got his Shatter and he actually brought a chef. He brought a chef along to make everybody food. And I was like, yo, thank God, man, because I don't want to stand in that line. So then he starts to tell me, yeah, but everything's medicated. And I go, what do you mean? Like how medicated? He goes, it's very medicated. All the Shatter, he infused it with that food. All the food has his Shatter, not even just weed brownies and weed shit. Shatter in concentrate infused food. And my homies were trapped the fuck out in ballin', so they're throwing slabs. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to get people fucked up. They don't care about money. Like they got money. So they were heavily medicated. The dude is making sliders. Like I said, this before I started eating meat, so I'm eating like sliders and burgers and all this bullshit. He tells me the barbecue sauce is medicated, the bread has medicated oil on it, and the meat is infused with his Shatter. And I told him, That's fine. I'll just eat like one. So I'm sitting here eating a slider, you know, a baby ass slider. Doesn't taste like weed at all. And I go, man, that was bomb. Let me just get another one. Yeah. He'd be like, are you sure you want another one of these? And I go, how many milligrams are in each? This is the best thing he could have said. I don't fucking know. That's what he said. I don't fucking know. I just fucking threw it in there. So they put 2 zips of shatter in this batch of oil. So I'm not a mathematician nor a scientist, so I don't know how much is in there. Let's just say a lot. I ended up eating 6 sliders. I ate 6 of them. I'm starving. So I ate like 3 full-size hamburgers basically. I smashed that shit. I did not care about the repercussions of me being fucked up. And who else comes along to say hi? This motherfucker right here. What does he bring? 2 stacks of fucking chicken wings. So I'm looking at the wings, I'm looking at the lemonade, like I just ate 6 sliders. But the problem with eating edibles and smoking weed for a living is you're kind of always in the mood to eat something else because you're like, yeah, I'm high as fuck, and the more I eat, the higher I get. So how do I really stop being hungry? You're standing around smoking weed, like meeting fans, like medicated slider, bomb. And then who else was there? Goodies by Magooch, medicated empanadas. They dropped me and Rosie off a plate of medicated empanadas and brownies. Yes, the same exact shit I ate in story 1, I ate in story 2. And this is where it gets bad. It gets to one of the worst days of my whole fucking life. No matter how much weed you smoke, no matter how fucking cool you think you are, we have all had a slight panic attack. We have all had a panic attack and thought, this is it, huh? This is the time I freak out in public, huh? Oh my God, man, this weed's, oh my God, what the fuck? That happened to me. Believe it or not, it happened to me. I fucking started losing it in my boots. Scenario, I'm sitting just like this in a chair, just sitting. If you've been to a fucking event, I'm sitting, there's a table in front of me. About 10 feet across is the other row of booths. You know, you've been to a carnival, there's like a little walkway in the middle, so there's like 15 feet. I'm sitting, and remember guys, Rosie ate almost as much as I do. She has a whole day of her experience, what happened in her head. And I remember this, I'm sitting there and I'm staring at like the pole holding up the other canopy across, and I'm staring at it, and for some reason, my vision just does this. It gets blurry, 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 blurry. And then I can only see the middle. Tunnel vision is basically what it was. I can only see clearly in the middle, and everything else was like I was underwater. Oh God, oh my God. If you've experienced this, please leave a comment, tell me what happened. The next thing that happened scared me to fucking death. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was fucking too high. Something happened in my brain, but it happened. I look over at the people in the booth and I can see their lips moving. I can't hear nothing. I hear no sound except hella loud, high pitched. And right when that happened, I looked at Rose like, Rosie, Rosie, Rosie. And I tapped her like, Rosie, Rosie. And I can't hear myself say shit. And I go, oh my God, I'm having a fucking stroke. That's what I thought, like, I overdosed. Am I the first motherfucker to overdose on weed? I was very fucking scared, guy. Not hearing, I couldn't hear for about 6 seconds. I'm running a booth, taking pictures with fans, collecting money, selling shirts, taking videos, all that shit. And then in between all that, that happened. And as I'm telling Rosie what happens, my hearing's like snaps back in. She goes, what? And I go, nothing, I'm not, nothing, do your thing. And I sit down. I didn't even want to tell her I'm freaking out. I didn't want to let her know what's going on. It's like, nah, bro, she has to run the booth with me. I don't want to stress her the fuck out because she's going to be worried about me. And then what happens at the booth? Damn, my joint went out. Fuck. Okay, hold up. Rosie's just talking to like a fan. Like, you know, they're talking to her. I'm sitting right next to her, just staring straight. Motherfuckers are probably looking and fucking filming me. I should probably stop looking like I'm freaking out because this is going to be embarrassing later. Even though I'll talk about it, I just don't want it on camera like, and you catching me do that? Like, could you imagine 5-year-old footage of me just, ah! That's the fun part. That was the fun part. It gets worse. It gets real, real bad. At the event, this next thing happened to me, and it also happened to me in 2016 in Merced. I was at my house, and it happened when I was watching TV on my couch. This only happened to me one other time when I took really, really dirty CBD pills. The guy that was making them was not doing it cleanly. He didn't care. I'm sitting there at the booth. I'm at the booth. I'm just still sitting there trying to compose myself, and then my jaw just does this and gets stuck. Like my jaw just got stuck. Where I try to move it, and when I try to move it, it felt like this is gonna go crack. It felt like this whole bone was shoved up, and if I try to move it, it's gonna go pop. Have you ever felt that feeling? It's so fucking scary to think your jaw is gonna break. I have no explanation to this day. I have no idea what happened, but I immediately, when it happened, I fucking like grabbed Rosie and told her, my fucking jaw. She's looking at me like, are you fucking stupid? What are you talking about? And I'm looking at her like, do you think I'm kidding, motherfucker? More like 50 Cent and shit. And I'm like, do you think I'm fucking kidding? My jaw is stuck. 3 minutes solidly, I was thinking hospital. Do I have to dry? Am I okay enough to dry? Like, what's gonna happen? Out of nowhere, guys, it just went, like it released. I don't know what it was. It just got tense up here. Like it just got stuck. I don't know what, was I too high and think it was stuck? Fuck no. That was all that happened in the matter of 10 minutes. Like me zooming in, no sound, my jaw starting to hurt. All that shit happened to me within 10 minutes. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't like going to the bathroom in public restrooms because people are fucking disgusting. I don't want to catch no disease, all that bullshit. But sometimes if you have to take a shit, you have to go to the bathroom. There is no way around it. When I was a kid, I was at the Sheriffs versus the Harlem Globetrotters. They came to fucking town and played the Sheriffs of Merced, and I had to take a shit in the church parking lot across the street. I was 9. Anyway, I'm sitting there, lockjaw happens. What happens after it goes away? Boom, instant mud butt. Right away, instant mud butt. I can feel my stomach say, this is coming out whether you want it to or not. So guys, remember, I'm paranoid high. I'm a little like, dizzy, you know, from so many edibles so fast. And the only thing keeping my composure is a fan coming up and like, hey, take a picture. Like, yeah, what's up, man? What's your name? And they leave and go, oh my God, I got through it. This is about 2 hours into the event. Remember that, guys. And for me, it's like, if I'm walking through an event, there's gonna be fans. Fans are gonna stop me, wanna talk to me, they wanna take pictures. I'm gonna be the rude asshole. No, not right now. I'm gonna be that guy today. Dad, do you wanna be rude or you wanna shit your pants in front of people? Photographic memory, I leave my booth out the back, and right out the back is the last walkway, and then instantly is the bathrooms and the parking lot. I have the best spot you could think of. There's only 2 booths next to me and closer to the bathroom. I am right there. I start walking to the bathroom and doing this, like, yo, just keep your head down. Nobody's gonna see you. Go to the bathroom. You're gonna shit your pants. Start walking, and then who is it? Fucking Beard Bros. If you know who I'm talking about, 2 giant ass weed grower dudes. They're mad cool. They stop me. Like, what's up, Thomas? Like, yo, what's up? We just got here. I'm like, yeah, man. I'm just at the booth right there. Go talk to him. I was like, oh yeah, like this is my friend. I go, honestly, man, I'm gonna shit my fucking pants. Please, I will be right back. They both just started dying laughing and go, bro, go to the bathroom. I go, thank you, God. They stopped me 15 yards away from the bathroom. Like I was almost there. I'm walking to the bathroom and I could see it. And right when I get toward the door, we've all had that pain. You know when you have to go to the bathroom so fucking bad? Literally your stomach to your ass just cramps with this fucking shard of glass. You're like, ah! Well, if I step, I'm gonna take a shit in my pants. I was at that point where it hurt so bad, like you have to stop and like you start sweating. I'm at the cusp. I'm at the doorway. I'm like that. I'm fucking shaking. I'm like holding on to shit. And people are like, hey, what's up? I'm like, nah, what's up? And I'm just sitting here sweating. I look underneath. Every stall is full. Every fucking stall has feet. And internally, I'm like, so this is the day I shit my pants in public. I fuck with this. This is tight. The last stall opens up. The guy leaves. I walk over there like, oh my God. Like, I walk in like, oh fuck, and I close the door. And you know when you do the lock as you close it, like you're gonna shit your pants, you lock as you close, like you're taking your pants off with the other hand. That's what I did. And as I'm taking my pants off, I look down, covered in piss. There's piss all over the fucking floor. You guys out there, do you piss like that at home? Fuck you. I doubt that you have piss all over your home. I look down and there's so much piss on the ground that I can't take my pants down because then they'll touch. And I can't exactly hold them with one hand and hover. I'm not putting my ass on the toilet. See, I was about to hover on that shit. It was dirty. So I'm looking at it like, so a single tear, because I know I'm not gonna go to the bathroom. About 8 more hours of this fucking event. Let's do it. And I'm walking out of the bathroom, I'm like, all right, let's do this. Remember, paranoid high, talking internally to myself. Imagine being paranoid high and then thinking, everybody here knows me. I'm gonna shit my pants in public. That's all I kept thinking, like, man, what kind of memes are they gonna make? Not the worst part of the day. Let's keep going, all right? Let's keep going. It's around, I would say 2, 3 o'clock. We're selling a lot of, we did great. We're selling a shitload of shirts. So remember, the whole time I'm losing it, I'm interacting with fans. And when they're not there, I'm like, okay, hold it together, hold it together. The only way I'm holding it together is I don't want them to be like, the guy I follow was a fucking creep and he was just like looking at, no. I wanted them to feel happy, so I didn't want to like, I'm fucking freaking out. This is where it gets a little bad. First time in life, I gotta put this down to show you with my hands. Here's the booths, right? Just booths with fucking tents. 3 booths. But in the back, where I'm standing with all my fucking gear, my boxes, and my bins, with all my clothes, right? Here's my section. On this side is their section. On this side's their section. There is no divider. It's just like, you're an adult, keep your shit with your shit. I'll keep my shit with mine, right? My homie next to me has nothing but shatter, so it stays in a box this big. He's not eating up all his room. You know what I'm saying? So he has homies there just sitting with chairs. It's me, Rosie, and like 2 of our friends that are just sitting there smoking with us. Next to us is the other people. They're selling weed, so they have like hella bags, duffel bags, chairs, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, merch, shit like that. I'm just doing my thing. Me and Rosie are talking to fans, you know, just fucking selling shit, taking pictures, the normal. I'm looking through shirts frantically trying to find it because, you know, as we pull one out, it gets mixed up, and that size is mixed up, like I said. So I go to turn around to my other bin, and some fucking genius decided to put a big ass duffel bag in my section in the middle of my walkway where I walk. I cleared a path where there's no bins where I walk. I'm not looking straight down to make sure I'm not tripping on shit because it's my booth. I set it up. I trip over the fucking duffel bag immediately, like, not my fault, high or not, I just trip. I fall. As I trip over this duffel bag, you know, the booth next to me is right there. There's no barrier, like I said. So if someone's sitting there, I can just do this and touch the back of their head. They're right next to me. Here's my booth, here's the fans. Remember, the booth's this way. Here's the other booth with the people I don't really know. I trip over the bag, fall to like my knee, right? I fall to my knee and I like try to grab onto the chair. There's a person in the chair, but I like, try to grab the chair so I don't eat shit. It's not like I fell on the lady, nothing like that. I just like bumped her, so she went boom and looked at me like, what the fuck? And I looked at her like, I'm so sorry, fuck, I just fell. And she goes, oh, I'm so sorry, I'll move that bag. She was totally cool. She looked at it and goes, oh, you tripped over a duffel bag. That's our bag. I'm sorry you just fell. So she wasn't mad that I bumped her. She wasn't pissed yet. She wasn't mad yet. I bumped that woman, like I said, around 3 o'clock. Those edibles started beating my ass even worse. I wasn't getting tunnel vision or nothing, but I was so fucked up, I kept like forgetting what I was doing. Oh, change, you want to change, huh? I was that fucking asshole. How much change you need? Wait, what size did you want? Unprepared ass business person, that's what I was. Too high to fucking work, but I was still working, but I wasn't on my shit. So about 2 hours later, I'm still high as fuck, and I don't know what it was. I think maybe I wasn't drinking a lot of water. Honestly, guys, I think I was dehydrated. I was really high. I was frantically moving around nonstop. I just drove 4 fucking hours. My brain wasn't there, right? I don't know what happened, but like I straight fucking passed out. I'm standing. You are my booth. Like I'm in the back of my booth. Here's the table. You're the customer, right? So everybody's out there. My homie with the shatter is still here. So you're looking at me. Behind the table, there's only like 10 feet, right? Booths aren't that big. You've been to fucking food fairs and shit. They're not that big. So there's like 5 people sitting with their chairs, like your fold-up chairs, outside of my booth. But they're with these people. They're working with the booth that I don't know, right next to me, right? The lady I bumped, they're working with her, and they decided to spread out because there's not a lot of room in those booths. So they spread out behind the booth, right? So there's people sitting right there. I'm talking to my friend, smoking a joint. I'm at the back of my booth. I don't have a customer. I'm at the back of my booth. I don't know what happened. I hit the joint. And guys, remember I said I was fucked up? I was feeling kind of dizzy. Knees buckle, and all I remember is like my vision going a little black. I remember feeling my body just do this. Standing straight up, my body does this one. As I'm falling back, I catch like, oh, you know, when I come back to and I'm already halfway down, so I start like, oh, to put my hand down to save my fall. What do you guys think happened? I'll give you a second. Tell your friends. What do you think? I land full, I'm not skinny. I land full body weight, elbow. Remember, I was trying to break my fall. Boom, on a person in the chair. Flat out, knock them over, full body weight and everything. Remember, I'm dizzy. You know when it's embarrassing, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. As I land, I'm immediately trying to get up, but I'm like, I put my hand on this person's leg and push myself off, like rude. I wasn't trying to be rude. I just go, oh. As I'm pushing off, I look and I lock eyes, and it's the same fucking lady from earlier, and I'm looking straight at her like, oh, no fucking way. In my head, I'm like, no fucking way. And I look at her and she looks at me, what the fuck? Like I said, she wasn't mad yet. And I look at her and I'm pleading apologetic. Like, you know, I'm nice, bro. I did not mean to do that to her. I'm so sorry. I tried to help her up. I got it. She gets up. I'm like, I'm sorry. I literally had no excuse. What am I gonna say? And I told her, I got fucking hella dizzy and I'm so fucking sorry. I think I just passed out. What am I gonna say? She has every right to be talking to me like that. Like I just fucking elbow dropped this woman. My homie Ether's right there, right? Forgot to mention this. Right when I got to the event I was setting up, he looked at me like this. Hey. He was with my homie with the shatter. He was so fucked up. He was already 3 sliders deep. He was so fucked up. He says, I don't know what's in those sliders, bro. Don't eat them. He warned me before all of this happened. He warned me. He even said, I feel like I'm on mushrooms, bro. I feel like I'm about to start peaking. I'm like, you are a fucking lightweight. That's why I told him, you lightweight motherfucker. You smoke shatter, you grow. Like, you're fucked up. 5 hours before I elbow dropped this woman. What did we do so far? Nearly shit my pants, elbow dropped a woman. First time I just bumped her, she was fine. Second time, fucking furious. She has every right to be. It's about 5 o'clock. I'm doing this and not looking at the booth to the right of me. I still have to do the booth. I just elbow dropped this fucking lady. I'm just still doing my booth, and every time I turn around to get a shirt, I like, don't look at her. I grab shit. Don't look at her. Grab out of my bed. Don't look at her. I was so embarrassed, dude. I was so fucking embarrassed. And she has to be thinking, he's moving around and smoking joints. He's fine, but he passes out and elbow drops me. So here's round 2 of me about to shit my pants. I'm gonna go. I don't care. I'll just like pour water all over me. I'll do the fucking Adam Sandler. Well, pee in your pants is cool. That's what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna shit my pants then. All right, as I'm like turtle walking to the bathroom, like, what's up, guys? How you doing? And I get to the bathroom. As I'm getting to the bathroom, like, yo, pull your pants down. They'll get covered in piss. Go to the bathroom, throw water all over yourself. Be like, yo, I dropped water all over me. Ah. But it's either this. What do you think? Be covered a little bit in your pants of other people's piss, which is disgusting, or ruin your whole day with your own shit in your pants. Like, I'll take the piss and throw water on myself. Get to the bathroom. Every fucking stall is packed, as it should be. It's a cannabis cup. I wait about 4 minutes of like that. You know, when you get taller, when you're standing on your tippy toes, like, don't shit your pants. I'm like standing tall, like, ah. So about 5-6 minutes goes by and no one comes out. I say, bro, I'm out. I can't stand here anymore. I'm just gonna be like, oh my God, I just went back to the booth. Get to the booth and I sit down, like, yo, just sit down and hold it in. Don't stand. Tell Rosie what's happening. But you guys know, over time, like 10 minutes later, it went away. My stomach stopped hurting. I'm like, okay, I can function. Let's do this. I started getting up, selling shirts, talking to people. And like I said, this is a long story. My homie Ace, he's a manager for the YBN group and all those rapper dudes. This is when I first started chilling with the guy, right? I started chilling with him and he had a roommate at the time, this white dude. I don't even remember his fucking name. It was this white guy. He was cool, mad chill. He was a music manager too. Ace did his music managing, but he was managing real artists. This other dude was kind of like, I'm gonna try to do what you're doing, but he did it half-ass. Normal white dude, talks like I do, normal guy, just some white guy, right? He comes to my booth, I'm not tripping anymore, but I'm definitely high as fuck. The white dude's there, he's cool, he's talking to me, I'm like, yeah, it's my booth. He's like, oh, cool, cool. He buys a shirt, like, he's a cool guy, right? He's a nice dude. He tells me, yo, I got some artists, they're about to perform at the Cup right here. I'll bring by the booth after, you know, we'll show them your brand and shit. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks, man, I appreciate it. You know, like, I appreciate that, thank you. He has his outfit on, normally, he's dressed like a normal person, not rapped out, not a rapper, no fucking chains, nothing. Leaves my booth. The man comes back 2 hours later with like 3 big ass, like giant dudes, but they're all rappers. You could tell like the chains and the outfits they're wearing, like, oh, you motherfuckers are fucking balling. You can see it. Motherfucker walks back with these guys with a fucking tall T9er jersey on, down to his fucking ankles. This man left my booth, went to his car and changed his persona. He had a fucking grill. He had a fucking grill, a straight build hat, a thick ass, obviously fake ass chain, and a long ass Niner jersey. And when he walked up to me like, and he was like telepathically like, yo, don't tell these guys that I didn't look like this earlier, okay? Just please. In my head, as I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Oh, who your homie? As I'm doing that, I'm already processing, never talking to you again. Oh, you're a fucking weirdo. Oh, you're a fake ass guy. Ace was right about you. Fuck this guy. And I'm shaking other dude's hands. I'm like, last time I'm ever gonna see your ass. Can't have you around me anymore. 1 week later, he ended up being a fucking weirdo and Ace kicked him out of his house anyway. It's a little side story that happened while I was at the booth. Round 3, shitting my pants. About 30 minutes later, you see the times are getting shorter and shorter. Yes, this whole episode is about shitting my pants and being too high, so we can all relate. So I go to the bathroom. I'm sitting there, cool, second to last stall. I remember there's a second to last stall, covered in piss on the ground. I go, fuck it, I'm doing it. Let's go. Open the stall, I'm like, you know what? I'm putting down a toilet thing, I'm putting extra toilet paper down, I'm sitting down because if I'm getting my pants covered in piss, I might as well not be hovering over this bitch. So I go to pull my pants down, I get about halfway down and I realize I don't want to be covered in other people's piss at all. My pants are almost down and I go, no, don't do it. And I pull them back up, guys. 3rd time in 4 or 5 hours that I almost shit my pants. So it's nighttime now. It's about 7 or 8 o'clock, guys. Remember this, 7 or 8 o'clock. So I'm there, I'm selling shit, still avoiding eye contact with a woman I fucking elbow dropped earlier. Still avoiding eye contact. She's right fucking next to me. Round 4, I say, you know what? There's less people. Fuck it. It'll be piss in my pants. You won't really be able to see it. Let's go. I know I'm going into detail, but I have to tell you the detail. So I get there. I'm waiting at the wall. Remember, in front of me, 1, 2, 3, 4 stalls. And this is right when hoverboards came out. Remember, it's like 2014, 15. This is right when hoverboards came out. I'm standing there. I do the old... And right when I'm looking at all the feet, I get to the 1, 2, 3, 4th, and I get to the 4th. All I see is a hoverboard and feet. And it's slightly going back and forth, and I hear a guy, whoa! So all I can imagine is the guy is pissing on a hoverboard and he's moving up and down because he's on a hoverboard. Whoa! The way he was yelling was like he was riding a horse. So I was just dying fucking laughing. I just like instantly started, ah! I could just see, whoop, 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 whoop. You're the reason why there's piss on the ground, man. This right here is why I can't go to the bathroom. It's funny. Like, that's fucking hilarious. I'm sitting there, and even if this stall opens up, I'm waiting to see who the fuck comes out of the 4th stall. Remember, I'm here. So imagine you're me. I'm looking. Here's a stall. Stall's all the way down. All I see is the stall, bah, door plop open, and the motherfucker came out backwards. The guy came out of the stall on a hoverboard fast as shit backwards. The door flew open because he just smacked it with his back. And as he touches the wall, he's zipping his pants up. And I just start dying laughing again, like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm looking at the guy go, yo, you just made my fucking day. It's like, oh yeah. He goes, I follow you. And I go, oh, fuck yeah, cool, man. He goes, yeah, dude, I'm from Crown OG. I own Crown OG. No shit, that's fucking awesome. And that's how I met them. Finally get to the stall. Remember, go POV of my eyes. I close the door. I lock it. Here's the stall. I go down. I unbuckle my pants. I pull them down. And as I'm pulling them down, why don't I just roll my pants down? That way they don't drop down. They'll be hella tight around my knees. I just open my legs more and it'll keep them tight. So I finally go to the bathroom, guys. It's been like 9 hours. I finally get to go to the bathroom. I'm in a good ass mood because that motherfucker just made me laugh. So guys, remember when I say my life is like a Seinfeld episode? Sometimes it's a little unfucking believable. Well, sometimes I have 35 witnesses at the booth that could tell you exactly what happened on this next part. Packing everything up. Rosie's there. My homie with the shatter's there, Ether's there, all those people next to me that the lady I landed on, everybody's packing their shit up. Remember, I'm still high. I'm still pretty high. I'm not fucked up like I was. It's about 8 hours after I ate it, but remember, I ate a lot of edibles, guys, and I'm sitting there smoking and dabbing all day, putting myself together. I go to turn to get one of my bins. Pieces of shit put their bags right back on right in my way. Right in my fucking way as I'm packing up. I fucking fall to my knee with a bin in my hand. Hit the shit out of someone's leg. Who was it? Whose thigh did I fucking massacre? I hit the same fucking woman right in the leg. Hard as fuck. But I had a bin, I was turning to move it, and they put their bags back in my way. So when I fell, it just went, bah! I cracked her like almost up to her hip, but still on her thigh. I hit her hard enough to where she went, ugh, and looked down, and she just started fucking cussing me out. I mean, like going in on me like she should, like she has every right to. I'm looking at everybody like, it's because I deserve it. You guys don't know what happened earlier. And I'm like telling my homies like, calm down. Fucking screaming in Walmart, getting your money back, screaming at me. And this is the point where I finally got a little upset back at her and I go, I'm sorry, but move your fucking bags. And she shut the fuck up. Immediately. She stopped screaming and go, your fucking bags are in my way. I tripped twice because of your stupid ass. She looked at me like she wanted to like fucking punch me. She knew she was fucking wrong too. It wasn't my fault. I tripped over your shit. Why is it in my booth? I was fucking furious. I was mad and I still felt horrible about it. I'm not done. The story's not fucking over. Packing my stuff up in my car. Rosie's also helping me pack the stuff up in the car because she's driving away with me. So she's standing right next to me. Packing my stuff up in the car. And I hear, yo, what up, Thomas? And I'm like, yo, not a lot of motherfuckers call me Thomas. Who is this? And I turn around and it's some guy I don't know that well. Chill with him once or twice at the event. I've never hung out with him after. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know him super well. Turn around, I'm like, yo, what up? How you doing? He comes up to the car, he's like, yo, I just fucking got here, bro. I couldn't get out of work. So fucking my homies just ran my booth and shit. I'm like, that's cool, man. That's sick. Fuck yeah. He looks at me and says, yo, I got something at the booth. Stay right here. I'll be right back with it. Rosie and I are just standing outside of our car, packed up, and I see him coming across the parking lot, and he's with somebody. They get closer to me. And you know, the lights, stadium lights are behind them, so they're kind of backlit. I can see them, but they're not like super lit up. They're backlit, so they're kind of like a silhouette. I can still see their faces kind of, but they're walking toward me. And they're getting closer, and I just like, oh my fucking God. He hands me a bag and goes, and this is my wife. I wanted to introduce you to her. I already know what's going on. I see it. As she walks up, I'm like, of course this is your wife. It's the fucking bitch I elbow dropped. It's the same fucking lady I DDT'd earlier. She walks up, as she gets close, I see her face just go. Like she just like, as he's about to hand me the bag, I can look over, I pull the fucking, at Rosie, and Rosie's looking at me. Me and her just had a fucking 10-page conversation with those looks. That means, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? Of all people, it's this bitch? Oh my God, what the fuck? Is she gonna fight you? This is Seinfeld shit. Why does this happen to you? All of that she said with this. Grab the bag. He goes, this is my wife. And he says her name and I go, nice to meet you. She goes, yeah, nice to meet you too. Doesn't say a word, acts like nothing happened. I go, man, thank you so much for the bag, blah, blah, blah. They're walking away. And I look at Rosie and I go, I'm so fucking glad you're here because nobody would believe me. Hey, babe. Hey, I was just telling everybody about that time I elbow dropped that lady and then in the parking lot.
When you met her in real life, she didn't want to have nothing to do with you.
All right, guys, that is the story time. Too many edibles, blacking out on edibles, elbow dropping people, fucking assault, fucking blacked out, passed out. You guys, this is a warning. Don't get too fucked up on edibles. And the number one piece of advice I would give anybody, you guys always ask, what do you do if you get too high? How do you keep from getting too high? How do you have such a high tolerance? Don't worry about that. Just eat before you take edibles. That's all I would say. Eat before you eat edibles, or you might shit your pants. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me through this ridiculous fucking story time. Also, thank you to everybody. Thank you guys. The 1 million subscriber video that you guys just watched, you guys probably watched a few days ago, but the website version has the explicit shit. I had to cut out about 5 minutes from the YouTube version you watched. Also, guys, December 28th, the Dope as Usual podcast. Marty and I are going to do our first test run. We're going to film an episode, but we're not going to put that episode out. We're just going to test the sound, test the mics, test everything, and like do a whole run through, like a fake fucking episode. First real episode will be probably in the first week of January. Just follow my Snapchat, follow my Instagram. I'll give you guys updates with everything. Also follow the Dope as Usual podcast on YouTube. So I got one more story time for you guys for season 2. And that's it. After that, that is it. Season 3 begins, and I have some ideas. I have some ideas to switch some shit up. For everybody watching on YouTube on the Dope as Yola channel, for everybody watching dopeasyola.com, thank you guys so fucking much. And guys, like I said, we just hit 1 million subscribers. Thank you so fucking much. We have an M. All right? That just blows my mind. This has been another episode of Storytime. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, guys, I'm Dope as Yola. Have a dope ass day.